Okay, before you can begin measuring your design that you've drawn on your graph paper, the first thing we need to do is take a look at the technical report. Now with the technical report, it has the bridge size up here, and it has the total amount of balsa wood you're allowed for your bridge. In 7th grade, our total is 288 inches. The first thing you want to do is look below at the list of material calculations. This is where you'll be recording all of your measurements. The rule is we're going to start with the column on the left, which would be the line type, and we're going to work all the way over to the right to get our total lengths. So the way we look at the columns, identify the columns, we have the type of line. Is it a vertical line, a horizontal line, or a diagonal line? And next we have the number of equal lines. That would be all the lines that are the same length. We'll record here. We'll multiply that, that's what the X is for. We're going to multiply the number of equal lines times the length of each line. All we have to do is measure one line out of all of those that are equal, and then we'll get our total length here. Notice all of your measurements will be written down and recorded in decimal form if you have a fraction in your answer. We'll convert our fractions to decimals. So we'll take a look at the triangle bridge. For a triangle bridge, the outside shape, you can see on mine, has been color coded already. So I have two lines, or the sides of the triangle, this purple line right here, and this one right here. You can tell both of these will be the same length on your bridge. And then I have this black line across the bottom, that's the base of your side view. I have only one green line because there's no other lines the same length as that one. And then I have two red lines, and you can see these are both the same length. So this basic design, I want to show you how to begin recording the measurements. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to line type and find our vertical lines. So first of all, look at my design, and we'll start with the green line here. Notice, as I said, there's only one line the same length as this one here, and it's this line itself. So we're going to record on the list of materials right here. We're going to record number of equal lines would be 1 because there's only one line that's this length. Then measuring that line, it comes out to 3.5 inches. So what I would do is convert the fraction to a decimal. So I write 3.5. That's how long this line is from here to here when it's measured. And then I'm going to multiply 1 times 3.5 equals 3.5. So it takes 3.5 inches of wood to make that one support right there. Next, I look for my next set of verticals. And as I stated earlier, I have these two red lines. You may have additional lines. In my drawing right now, I have just these two. I do not need to measure both lines. All I have to do is record that I have two equal lines. So as I put this back, I start a separate space here. I put number of equal lines 2 times, and then all I have to do is measure just one of the two lines. I don't need to measure both of these. And the length of one line is 2 1/4 or 2.25. I take 2 times 2.25 and I get 4.5 or 4.5 inches of wood to put those two supports in. As you can see, the further you go, the better it understands how to fill out this paper. Now I have no more verticals in my design. I move down to horizontals. I take a look at how many lines I have going across, and in this case I only have the base of the bridge itself, and this base, there's only one line that length. So going back to my list of materials, line type horizontal, number of equal lines, I put 1 times the length of that line is 12.5 inches or 12.5. 1 times 12.5 equals 12.5. I have no more horizontals in this design. Now I take a look at my diagonals. Now with my diagonals, as I stated earlier, we have two diagonals, 1, 2. These two diagonals are equal in length. So then I go down to diagonals. I put 2 times the length of each one is 7 inches long. 2 times 7 is 14. Now I have my totals measured for this design. The final piece that I need to do is add them all up and get a total for one side view. So in this case, I would add 3.5 plus 4.5 plus 12.5 plus 14, and that would give me the total for building one side view. Obviously, as you know, we must build two. So then down at the bottom here, we're going to take this total times 2 for both side views. When you have a total for both side views, then you can add your totals to your partner's top and bottom view to get a grand total. Please refer to your grading sheet as to how accurate your designs need to be as far as measuring goes for your final grade.